Hello gamers, Eyeduka is back, and this is MMO in 10 hours or less. In this format, I'll be playing different MMO games, trying to find out if they're good or bad in only 10 hours or less. Because time is important and we don't want to waste it, and because I'm tired of hearing it gets better at endgame. So let's get into it. Yo, Eyeduka is back, and this is the first time Guild Wars 2. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't play it for thousands of hours before. Anyway, for the purpose of the video, I'll be using a fresh account, the one from Steam specifically, and I'll try to be as unbiased as possible during the playthrough, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing I see is this. Okay, not this. Alright, after that, I chose one of the bulky races because we wanna go big. Looking at the classes, one of them, the Revenant, is locked because we use the free version of the game. By the way, you can play the free trial as long as you want, but it has its own limitations. Other than that, we have Guardian, Warrior, Engineer, Thief, which is basically Rogue, Ranger, also known as Hunter, you know, the class with the pet, Mesmer, okay, you don't see that every day, Necromancer or Warlock if you want, and Mage, I mean Elementalist. Of course, I pick up Guardian because tank, and for an old game like this, we have a fair customization. Also, no gender or race lock classes. The choice is mostly for visuals. I always love the unique sketchy looking art of Guild Wars 2.
Fought our greatest enemy, Jorman, a dragon of frost.
Now the game is outdated, and as much as I change my settings, the performance isn't gonna get better, but we're gonna have to go with that. Based on previous experience, I know that having sounds and voice acting is actually a good sign.
Of course I am. Just tell me what needs to be done and stand clear.
Whoever has the best trophy.
The usual stuff. We have a tutorial where we need to kill an innocent or not so innocent beast. First boss, a massive ice worm. I've definitely seen this before in World of Warcraft.
There's our prey.
The tutorial is done and I leveled up. Nice. So what you immediately see here is that I'm not picking up any quests, and it may feel like I'm not having any sense of direction. However, I quickly noticed that I have this heart here below the minimap, and as I do random tasks in the area, the progress bar fills up. This turns out to be serving as a quest, which is nice. No need to walk around from NPC to NPC, and the guide seems to always point me in some direction. It may be too early, but let's check the premium store. Here you can see the prices those gems go for, but let's see what I can buy with gems. So we got some cosmetics, and at this point everybody knows the second name of the game, which is Fashion Wars. You can see why almost from the start. There are some sort of convenience stuff as well, so it does feel a bit pay to win, even though the game is not free to play. I don't know how to feel about this. It appears that you can also convert in-game currency, gold, to premium currency, gems. But this doesn't really tell me much, as I have no idea how much time I need to grind it. So let's leave that open for now. In the beginning, the combat doesn't look epic, but it's responsive and it seems good enough. Many new games seem to struggle with this. One thing to note here is that we have true dynamic events, some of which will require a chain of events to happen first, before they trigger. This, combined with different enemy factions fighting one another, does make the world feel alive, and also that you're not the center of it. Long time ago, a friend of mine said that the game feels boring because all you do is explore and visit these locations on the map. For some people, spending hours for exploration may be boring, but except the loading screens, the maps of Guild Wars 2 are massive, and this is just one part of the game. Alright, so what are the limitations of playing the free version of the game, except having no access to the expansions, obviously? First thing, you can't use the trading post, which is a bummer, but so far the game provided me with everything I need, and the content so far seems trivial at most. PvP Arena. Here's something really nice that you don't see often in MMO games. I teleported to the PvP area of Swords, and it appears that here my character is max level and most of my build setup is automatically unlocked. That means I don't have to level up or do any PvE, no need to grind for gear or unlock skills. I can just get in here almost right away and just do PvP. Almost forgot that there is a trial mount for 10 hours, otherwise you need the expansion Path of Fire to unlock the mounts. My first arena. I'm not gonna talk about it much now, I'm just gonna ask, how isn't this the most competitive MMO game? Everyone has equal chance. What do you know?
Structural integrity compromised.
The enemy has Raven!
Anyway, I continue my journey doing the main story quest, which is the green mark on the content guide. This appears to be the best and fastest way to level up since it also provides me with some gear to progress with. Now, just to get a perspective, here's the quantity of collectibles in the game, which are mostly skins, so yeah, that is crazy. Good luck. Guild Wars 2 has proper crafting, by the way, and you can do it from the start. Not only you can make some items for yourself, but it will also give you some XP.
I am becoming greatness.
Now, I can see why people overlook Guild Wars 2. The game can't really hook you at first. It's mostly exploring the world and doing these hearts, but at least it doesn't feel that repetitive like Kill X or Collect X. So here we have these chapters that are basically unlocking some parts of the game, and you can buy them with gems, so no need to spend real money. The expansions, of course, you need to buy only with real money. I tried to take this big boy, but it feels like it wasn't meant to be sold at this level. One thing I noticed while leveling, I didn't find many new players like me. Hopefully it's because of the very late or very early hour of the day. I really like the world design so far, even if I only saw the snow biome. It's nice that we have these small, not so secret caves. They're not just 4 corners and 1 NPC, but a whole mini world inside. By the way, my class doesn't feel tanky at all. I'll find the reason for that one day. Finally, I saw a few more people at this low level area fighting this boss, so maybe it's not too bad. They use Russian-like names for dredge characters. Like I said, the world design is actually cool. Back in the days, we didn't have procedurally generated worlds, so yeah. Guild Wars 2 has fully functional underwater combat. And here we go, the big capital city. Something tells me I'm gonna see this loading screen many times in the future. If you don't skip too much, you see that the story is actually interesting and engaging. How often do you have a drinking contest in a video game? Too bad I got disconnected during the story. The city is buzzing and it seems we have a lot of people here, and this is a good thing. Lion's Arch is not only big, but there's functionality and purpose everywhere you go. It's not just a bunch of assets put in one place. I only had a little time left, so I decided to check this last place here, and what do I see? Quite a few players. What could it be? More and more people were coming, while on the side I see the timer for Triple Trouble, so this had to be some big event. Here we go, I followed the group to see what's gonna happen. Keep in mind, this is not endgame area. I'm only level 49 and the max level is 80. Such fights are kinda bad for my eyes, but to be honest, most mass player events are like this in most games. So just chilling here. And there it is, the big boss. So I fight this big guy, but on the side it appears that there are a total of 3 worms like this, and it turns out that the others are on different locations on the map. From what I could tell, looking at the chat, we had to kill them at almost the same time, and after that, there were only their heads left, so we had to kill them as well. I have to say, I'm happily surprised that after so many years, you can still find so many people in these low-level areas playing together. So I tried to be as unbiased as possible, but in the end, I couldn't help it. I mean, there's a reason I play this game so much, and that there are still so many people playing it after 13 years. With all that being said, I'm pretty much certain that I'm going back to it.
It'll fetch a nice price.
That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out my next video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.